Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all-too-familiar cry for help.
There is no expectation of privacy in public.
There's no need to fear. Hezokai is here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel over by there. And for this week's video, we decided to do something a little bit different. The other day, AMG had a SC bingo stream to commemorate the 6-month anniversary of the passing of the incomparable Schrodinger's cat. Well, this got me thinking about some of my favorite moments from the cat, so I decided to share some of these moments. I quickly realized, however, that this was a monumental task. To include all of my favorite moments would make this video over 16 hours long. And picking a top 10, well, that was impossible. There were just too many great moments to choose from. So I decided to just randomly grab some of my favorite bits and just run with it. So let's begin. The first set of clips starts off with the legendary longest intro that we all know and love, followed by one of my most cherished bits of his, not for the humor, but for the serious meaning behind it. I actually adore these clips as they illustrate how he was able to mix sarcasm, humor, statements of fact, and in the end create a genuine emotional response that I, at first viewing, did not expect from a channel dedicated to laughing at stupidity.
I'm a sovereign citizen, dude. What's happening, guys? I'm a sovereign citizen from Israel. I know all about the Golden Bridge and how fraudulent it is.
They hit me with a really strong dose of OC spray.
I want to speak to you, dead soldiers, now! I know the laws, buddy, and I'm waiting for you to do something wrong so I can sue your department.
I pay for that uniform, I pay for that car, I'm the taxpayer, right?
Hi folks, this channel is dedicated to abolishing stupid, and I have found maximum stupid. Yesterday I saw this kid over on the Creaky Blinders channel. He was saying some of the most ignorant, hate-filled things I've ever heard, and I thought I must destroy him, and that's what I'm about to do, so buckle in.
Women's value must be preserved. They can't be trusted to handle anything of greater responsibility, anything of greater importance than daily household chores.
That statement sent me through the roof, and I'm going to show you why. We're going to have a bit of a history lesson, and I've entitled this history lesson, Badass Bitches. Let's start with Admiral Grace Hopper. First, she earned her PhD from Yale University. Then she went on to revolutionize computer programming, and then she went on to revolutionize the way the U.S. Navy uses computer technology. Can you do that, son? Will you do anything in your life that gets a guided missile destroyer named after you? No, because you're no Grace Hopper. She did a hell of a lot more than household chores, because Admiral Hopper was a badass bitch.
Since women are born with inherent value, it can't actually be increased in the same way that a man's can. Men's value is based on what they've done and the type of person that they've turned themselves into, what kind of value they've brought into the community in which they're living or into the larger society. But a woman's value is not based on that. The reason a woman has inherent value is because her value is based on her fertility. To put it bluntly, that's what it's based on. Women's value is based on their fertility.
So women are just baby-making machines, right? That's all they're good for? Bullshit. This brings us to badass bitch number 2. Golda Meir was the 4th Prime Minister of Israel, serving from 1969 to 1974. When Palestinian terrorists killed members of the Israeli Olympic team in Munich in 1972, Golda Meir ordered the Mossad to hunt down and kill each and every one of those terrorists. And that's exactly what happened. She did more than just make babies, because Golda Meir was a badass bitch.
But like I said, the more experiences, whether positive or negative, that a woman goes through decreases her value because women cannot handle the stresses or the pleasures of life.
And this brings us to badass bitch number 3. Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister of the UK from 1979 to 1990. She stared down the Soviets during some of the most perilous moments of the Cold War. She was so fierce that a Soviet newspaper dubbed her the Iron Woman. So you're wrong once again when you say that women can't handle the stresses of life. Maggie Thatcher did it just fine, because Maggie Thatcher was a badass bitch.
That's why girls don't work out. You ever wonder why the vast majority of women don't work out? They're fortunate enough to be born with a nice looking body, and then it just wastes away. They don't work out. They could preserve their body a little bit by working out, but that's why. It's because it hurts. Working out hurts.
So women don't work out because it hurts. Let's talk about badass bitch number 4. Florence Griffith Joyner, also known as FloJo. At the 1988 U.S. Olympic trials, FloJo smashed the women's world record in the 100-meter run. Her time in that race of 10.49 seconds was faster than the men's records in multiple countries, including Ireland, New Zealand, Norway, and Turkey. She went on to win 4 medals, 3 gold, 1 silver, and set records in the 100 and 200-meter run that stand to this day. FloJo worked out, and FloJo was a badass bitch.
Whoever takes her on the most expensive date, on the more expensive date, he's the one who's gonna take the cake. She will forever look at every other date after that with a sense of pity. You ever notice how girls who've been ran through or just more attractive girls tend to look at men with a sense of resentment or a sense of pity? Or they look at nice guys definitely with a sense of pity as well. It's almost like, oh, it's so cute. Look at him trying so hard. He thinks this is actually impressing me. Look at him trying so hard to impress me. Why is he trying? It's almost like they're confused. They're like, why is he trying so hard to impress me? What have I done to deserve such effort?
Hear that frustration and resentment in his voice? We all know what's going on here. This kid's been turned down more times than the bed sheets at the Marriott, and the only way that he can cope is to lash out at women.
They're able to make it seem like they're just victims and really the men are the perpetrators. Things are much more nuanced and complex than the vast majority of people will ever realize, much less admit to. But I don't want to ramble on for too long. I think I've spoken on this long enough. Smash that like button if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Click the bell so that you don't miss new uploads. And I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.
My understanding is that he took this video down, but not before somebody snagged it. Let me say something else before I go. I showed you 4 ladies who I call badass bitches. But there's more than 4. They're everywhere. They're your moms, your sisters, your wives, and your daughters. They serve in our military. They perform surgeries in our hospitals. They're ubiquitous, and we owe it to them to fight ignorant little shits like this who would belittle their achievements. If you like this video and you want to see more stupid in the future, please like and subscribe.
The next set of clips is a great illustration of Schrodinger's wit and clever use of editing. The first clip shows a legendary idiot being stupid, followed by a clip of a great reaction to an insane situation. And the third, well, I just love watching Schrodinger take the piss out of Glenn Serial.
Hi folks. Today we are going to again be looking at the sovereign citizen who calls himself Sovereign Citizen. He is truly a despicable person who routinely goes into public and screams epithets at random people. I titled this video The Dumbest Sovereign Citizen, and that isn't just me being mean. I can prove it.
Real reason why I'm making this video is because water is air.
See, I told you.
It has 2 components, hydrogen and oxygen.
No, dummy, that isn't true. Air is made of all this stuff and more. Listen, people, if you're going to make declarations like that, please, for the love of God, check first.
You know why it's good to drink water? Good, clean water? It's because you're basically, essentially drinking air. And you're putting that water into your lungs.
Do you know what putting water in your lungs is called? It's called drowning. And most medical professionals will tell you that drowning is not healthy. Now let's get to some stupid. Let's say you're a sovcit named Texas Sheepdog and you have a disagreement with security personnel at the Alamo. What do? I can already hear you screaming the correct answer. You get naked. Because reasons.
I will defend myself. You got cuffs on? I will cuff you with it. Pull out that taser and I'll slap you with it. Got it? What I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to threaten you.
Threats? Who said anything about threats? All you said is that you're going to beat him up and cuff him and hit him with his own taser. What reasonable person could possibly take that as a threat?
I could whoop your ass now. Hold on. Let me just put the shit on.
Sexy and I know it.
That way you don't have anything to grab on. I don't give a f. You're a retired officer? Who did you work for? You lying?
Look, everybody, it's Glenn Serio's stunt double.
Here, you're gonna have a really good question now. Why did you take your pants and your shirt off? Hold on. You asked me why I took my shirt off? Ask me some more questions.
I'm so incredibly confused right now.
You want to know why I took my pants off? And I think I might get lucky. You take my socks off. Here, take them off.
Seriously, what's happening? Like, for real.
Take my socks off? That's your response? Take them off.
He said take your socks off.
Take them off with your teeth. Impress me. Take my socks off, and I will walk away. Take them off, and I'll walk away. Take my socks off. You told me to take my socks off. Take them off, man. Put your money where your mouth is. You trying to show off in front of her? Is that what you're trying to do? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. She not worth showing off of. Trust me, brother. I only show off for like 4s and above. You know what I'm saying? I do this for a living.
Well, that just happened. But I'm not done showing you fat, smelly guys, because Glenn Serio came dangerously close to getting a well-deserved beatdown.
Get the army behind you.
Are you doing an audit right now? Is that what you're doing?
Honestly, I'm just taking some pictures.
Meet Chief Warrant Officer Rojas. The young man has been around, and you should probably tread lightly, Glenn. The only thing more dangerous than him in your proximity is your cholesterol level.
You know the regulations on taking pictures in a post office?
What is it?
So, in order to take pictures in a post office, you're allowed to do it as long as you have written consent from the postmaster. And as long as it doesn't disrupt postal operations.
That's incorrect.
That is very nearly correct. It's much more correct than anything you say in this video.
Yeah, you're absolutely wrong. Should probably read poster 7 over there on the wall.
Probably get a life is what you should do.
What's that?
You said you should probably get a life is what you should do.
Yeah.
Yes, you should.
You have nothing to do but walk around in stupid shoes.
Hey, you know what? You look like you need a couple balls of Rogaine, but hey, I'm not saying nothing.
Dude, you need to lose a few pounds.
I'd rather be overweight and have some hair than have no hair. Oh, thank you. Cam back. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I know who you are.
Who am I? Who am I?
Back in luck with your life, pal.
Ooh, look at that.
Are you still a recorder?
What?
Are you still a recorder?
I don't know what that means.
Because you look like you
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, can you turn it off? Because I don't want to be
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't want to be in camera.
Oh. I don't know what to say.
When he says, I don't know what that means, I believe him. Hey, Glenn, soap.
I don't know what that means.
Vegetables?
I don't know what that means.
Exercise?
I don't know what that means.
How about gainful employment?
I don't know what that means.
Common decency?
I don't know what that means.
Having friends?
I don't know what that means.
Can I take him and slam his arm?
No, it's not China. You can't do that. We're not communists.
If y'all didn't already know, Glenn is an all-around terrible person, and that includes the fact that he's a racist.
Yeah, watch your mouth with racist remarks, all right?
Don't tell me what to do.
Hey, watch your mouth with racist remarks.
Don't. Who's racist? You're racist.
Look, you talking to her? Go back to China. It's not China. We're not
Look, your army outfit doesn't mean nothing. You want to do hand-to-hand combat outside? Let me know anytime you want.
Okay, turn the camera off. Let's
Anytime
go
you want.
Turn the camera off. Let's go outside.
Anytime you want.
Turn the
Let's
camera
go.
off. Let's go outside.
Let's go.
Turn the camera off. Let's go outside. You want to do hand-to-hand
Yeah,
combat?
hand-to-hand
I'm gonna show you
combat.
something. Come on.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Come on, let's go.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You ain't gonna do it.
Nah, come on, let's go outside.
You're all talk.
Come on.
You're all talk,
Let's go
buddy.
outside. Come on.
You're all talk.
Put the camera down.
You'll talk.
Put the camera down.
You're gonna call the cops that hit you.
No. No, go ahead.
You're gonna call the cops.
Go ahead and hit me. You said you want to do hand-to-hand
You're
combat.
gonna call the cops.
I'm right here. Come on.
Call the cops.
Come on.
Call the cops.
Look.
He wanted hand-to-hand combat, but now he wants the cops. Maybe he realized that the chief warrant officer would run through him like a hot knife through butter.
Asians do a lot for this country, all right? Don't call her a communist about being in China, okay?
Don't ever tell me what to do.
Okay.
Don't ever tell me what to do in my country.
Okay.
Don't ever tell me what to do in my country.
Why are you backing up? You scared?
Step back.
You scared? I'm not. It's a free country, right? You don't know not to do anything in your country. Okay, cool.
That's right.
Look, I knew you were scared. It's cool.
Scared of you? You're just a little guy. 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 Yeah. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. You're a disgrace to that uniform. Take it off.
I don't have to take my uniform off.
You're a disgrace.
What are you doing right now?
You're a disgrace to that uniform.
Okay.
Anytime, Rojas. Anytime. Ground and pound. Once I get you on your back, that's it.
Okay.
Game over. End game. End game.
She already know you.
What?
She already know you. You've been going post office to post office.
I don't know who she is.
They're onto you, Glenn, you morbidly obese moron. He cuts the video off before the police arrive, so we don't get to see what happened with that. I understand why Warrant Officer Rojas didn't give Glenn his medicine, but it would have been so satisfying to see him take that much-needed beat down.
This next clip became one of my favorites the moment it was published. At the time, the whole sovereign citizen movement had begun cooling down and more frauditors were taking the spotlight, so this was a welcome treat. And you could tell by his enthusiasm that Schrodinger was excited to find a new SovCit video to cover.
I'm going to ask you for your license, registration, proof of insurance.
And I respectfully decline. I don't know why you would be needing that.
Because it's a traffic stop, you dime store vanilla ice. I'll explain it to you, but I want to make sure you're paying attention first.
Alright, stop, collaborate, and listen.
In Oregon, the state that you're in, when the police stop you, you're obligated to provide license, registration, and proof of insurance. That is to ensure that society can be reasonably sure that you're competent to share the road with us.
I don't want to argue about whether or not you were driving, right?
Right? No, I don't either. I want to help as much as I can. Yeah. I want to help as much as I can.
If any of you have ever seen a sovereign citizen or First Amendment auditor who isn't a liar, please let me know. Preferably capture them and keep them safe so that scientists can study them, because it's like finding a unicorn.
So I'd really like to just be free to travel down the road.
So would everyone at every traffic stop ever.
I heard what you said, but I'm confused as far as you keep saying I'm operating a vehicle on the highways.
You were operating a vehicle at the time I stopped you. Okay?
Okay, I get what you're saying. But I don't understand what makes you think I'm engaged in commercial activity.
At no point did I say I think you're engaged in commercial activity.
Okay, so why the inquiry?
Why what?
Why the inquiry then?
There's no inquiry into any commercial anything.
This is brilliant. She's got him off his script, and his mind is racing trying to figure out what all the SovCit gurus told him to say.
Did you happen to see the notice in the back window? Did you happen to see the notice in the back window?
The notice of what?
Private property? Uh-oh. People, he has a private property notice. He's got them now. Checkmate, bitches.
Seriously, tell me, you are not doing this.
Adam, are you under the influence of anything?
Gosh! What makes you think that? Because I watched a light stay red? You didn't...
I'm beginning to think there may be a little bit of meth involved in this situation.
I'm not going to put up any sort of fight.
You say you're going to identify yourself, so step on out and identify yourself.
I'd like to remain silent from here.
I've never seen one of these guys that say they're going to remain silent and then remain silent. Maybe he'll be the first. Let's see.
I'm going to let you make the decision whether you're going to violate my rights or not. So I'm going to remain silent from here on out. You know the law. You know the law. You know the law.
This is the second time he says he's going to remain silent. Maybe he'll actually do it this time.
You're threatening me? Or are you threatening me? I need to know this. I don't want to... I am trying to know if you are going to... if you are threatening me, I will get out. Okay? I'm getting out. If you're threatening me. Are you threatening me? I need to know this. I need to know this, guys. I need to know this. My hands are right here. Check it out. My hands are right here. If you are threatening me, are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me? You do not want to face the wrath of my bunghole!
Are you threatening me? I want to know. I want to know if I need to get out. I don't want to use violence. I don't want to use violence. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening? Only if you're threatening me. I don't want to get out unless you're threatening me. Unless you're threatening me. Okay, you're threatening me then. You're threatening me? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?
Here comes the part we've all been waiting for.
Are you threatening me? Okay. Alright, stop it. No, got it, stop. You motherfucker, oh my god. Holy shit.
Sorry, Vanilla Ice, but this is what happens when you learn law from YouTube and conspiracy websites. But thanks for giving us one of the best arrest videos that I've seen in a very long time.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the rapid fire round, a collection of quips from the master. This number is entitled,
You Can't Fix Stupid.
The way that this shit is in this country right now, you thought this was a fucking great idea?
I love that lady's comments. She says everything that I'm thinking every time I watch a Frauditor video. Let's hear that again.
The way that this shit is in this country right now, you thought this was a fucking great idea?
Yes, ma'am, he did think it was a good idea. Until he was on the ground getting choked out, that is. You can't fix stupid.
Next time you do that, I'll take you to the ground, okay? I'll take you to the ground, okay? Try it, I will. I'll take you to the ground, buddy. So don't do it. I'm not intimidated by that. I could easily take that from you if I wanted to, so.
He has an awful high opinion of himself for somebody who looks like 200 pounds of chewed bubblegum. You can't fix stupid.
It's alright, because if they mess around, I'm fully going to the Supreme Court over whatever happens, so.
I'm sure the Supreme Court's going to jump right on the case of you having to wait too long to get your Snickers bar back. They'll probably schedule it for right after the case of McDonald's running out of chicken nuggets. You can't fix stupid. Today's idiot is a Karen who's actually named Karen. This Karen is the most Karen-y Karen who has ever Karened. She seems to be a bit on the opposite spectrum too.
What's the federal law that prevents me from wearing a mask?
Nothing prevents you from wearing a mask. The store policy requires you to wear a mask. Does she seem drunk or is it just me? You can't fix stupid. Speaking of imbeciles, let's watch News Now Omaha do a dumb. But before we do, I'm sad to report that News Now Omaha has again forgotten how to spell your. I really thought he was on the road to recovery, but unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. You can't fix stupid.
And finally, this last clip is actually one of mine. I took a clip from Schrodinger and I called it the ultimate mic drop, and I remixed it into a song. Before it starts, however, I feel like I do have to add a bit of a disclaimer. The bit from Schrodinger was in response to something Mark Stout said at the height of their beef. But these days, Mark has become an anti-frauditor and is very respectful, or was very respectful, in his initial response to finding out Schrodinger had passed away. So no offense is intended to him by the repost. But yeah, I did mean it to be offensive at the time I made it.
At the end of the day, this our shit, and we coming for our shit, whether you like it, whether your grandma like it, whether your mom like it. We don't give a fuck no more. We don't.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, Lyrica. You could say I'm not allowed to be here. You can call me a foreigner. You can call me an immigrant. But I'm going to tell you here that I'm here to stay. I was born here. I live here. And if you try to take me out of my property, come and take it.
That means nothing to me. That means
if we have that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right, I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're
fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.